Hey Clean Freaks, it's Hank Balch here. You're watching Fighting Dirty. And on this episode, I want to talk about a position. It's a position I call an instrument database specialist. You don't have to stick with that name, but I think you're going to like the concept. What an instrument database specialist does is it helps you drive value in your current instrument tracking system. So yes, I know if you're watching this and you don't have an instrument tracking system, this video is not going to be as helpful for you. However, if you have a tracking system, which many of you do, and just speaking generally, I know most of us are not using our tracking system up to the level that we could. Those babies are not cheap, and many of them can do a lot of things, but if you walk into a department, oftentimes these tracking systems are nothing more than an expensive count sheet printer. We scan, we see the count sheet, it prints off, and that's really all that we use this system for. All the other bells and whistles, all the reporting functions, all the analytics, we don't use them because either we don't have time, or we don't have staff, or we don't have training, or maybe they're just difficult to use. Whatever it is, oftentimes we don't have the bandwidth as department leaders or frontline technicians to really get the most out of our tracking system. That's why I'm a huge fan of an instrument database specialist. I created this position in 2 of my former facilities when I was a manager and director, and their whole role, their whole job description was, your baby is this instrument tracking system. You help us to keep the count sheets clean, update, train incoming staff on the tracking system, create educational programs around how to use the tracking system, make sure that that data is usable to run all the reports that leaders need to do their jobs and to make informed decisions. This person can tag trays, they can find out inventory issues, they can go every day to the OR meeting for the next day cases to help to speak to inventory levels depending on what day it is and what surgeries are required. All those kinds of conversations can be had with an expert who knows your tracking system front to back and can really be an on-site super user for your team. Many of our managers, and if you're a manager, I know you feel this pressure, it's assumed that the manager is a super user for the tracking system, that they know all it can be know, they know how to use it, they have time to sit on these webinars for training. Who has time to do that as a manager or as a director? And you definitely don't have time to do that as a frontline technician. However, if you had a dedicated person like an instrument database specialist who their role was continuing education on this platform and on this software, they have the bandwidth. They can make it happen for your team. If you're a facility of any size, if you have a tracking system that you want to use better, that you know there's value there that you have yet to tap into, seriously consider and start to make the argument for an instrument database specialist for your department. I promise you it will be a great decision. You will see tremendous value of it. If it's a busy day, that person can float into the assembly area to assemble trays. It's not the end of the world if they can't come out of their office to help on the floor. I understand sometimes you need that. But at the end of the day, they are the person who can really get you tremendous value and push your department forward in terms of the technology that you already have invested in. If you have any questions about how to get this started, or if you need any help, send me an email to hank@beyondclean.net, and I will help you make your argument to your administration to get you one of these database specialists on your team. That's all for now, folks. Keep fighting dirty. We'll see you next time.
Why aren't your customers reading your blog posts? Why isn't your company's one post a week getting all the reach, engagement, and buzz that you expected? You have great content. It's creative, consumable, and offers value to your audience. You should be making a social media splash, but then it doesn't happen and you are left wondering why. Your struggle may have nothing to do with the content, and it could have everything to do with your content flow. Some companies subscribe to the idea of a content drip, posting something every now and then, to remind people that you exist. But that's not enough. Once or twice a month, possibly even weekly, every day folks are hit by a social media waterfall when they log into their accounts. Your company is competing for eyeballs, and what are the chances they'll scroll down far enough to see that one post a month? What's the likelihood your new graphic even crosses their newsfeed? You have an uphill battle to fight, and if you want to win, your content can't drip. Beyond Clean can help, offering an array of social media consulting services. Contact us today to start your free 45-day trial.